topic number 130, how to draw circle, rectangle and ellipse through graphics in C language. So let's look at graphics in C language. So in the previous video we have learned that how to initialize graphics in C language. Now in this video we are going to learn about that how we can draw circle, rectangle and ellipse through graphics code in C language. So let's look at graphics. So this is the syntax part. I have already told you that you need to include graphics.h header file in your program like this, hashtag include graphics.h. Okay, then I'm just going to do a code of circle graphics in C language, that how we can create a circle through the graphics in C language with the program, with the code. Okay, so first of all we have to initialize the graphics mode of the C language, then we will use the function and the concept of the circle. Okay, so let's look at the program to draw a circle in C language. Circle function. So here is that function which helps us to draw a circle. It is a predefined function in a graphics.h header file. Okay, so this is the function circle whose name is circle, and you need to provide here the mid x, mid y and the radius of your circle. Then semicolon is needed. So this is the syntax part you can do, and the code I am just going to elaborate now. You can see here. So this is a program to draw a circle using the graphics in C language. So first of all we have to include the graphics.h header file. So here there you are seeing that we have included the hashtag include studio.h header file here. Hashtag include graphics.h header file here. So graphics.h header file is actually that file which contains the graphics in it. Okay. After the declaration of a graphics header file, I am just including the file that is the studiolib.h. So hashtag include studiolib.h is the header file that I have included. After then I am including the file which is the studio.h, and studio stands for standard input output header file, and hashtag include conio.h. So conio is also a header file. It stands for control input output header file. So this is how you need to specify the graphics.h header file above all the files, so that these header files is going to include in your program. After classifying, or we can say after declaring the header file, we will move forward for the main function. So here is the main function whose return type is integer actually, so it is going to return us integer value. Okay, after then I am opening the main function here, and you are seeing here I am declaring a variable g driver, and in g driver we are assigning the text in it. Okay, of integer data type, here you can see, and g mode also of integer data type, and error code of also integer data type. After then I am initializing mid x and mid y of integer data type, and radius of integer data type whose value is 100 here. So radius is going to contain 100 in it. Okay. After then you can see here the initialization, graphics and the local variables. So I am actually initializing the graphics. I have told you in the previous video that how to initialize graphics in C language. So this is the way to initialize the graphics in C language. So you have to write the init graph function. I have told you that init graph function helps us to initialize the graphics in C language, and close graph function helps us to close the graph. Okay, close the graphics in C language. So I am just initializing the graphics in C language with this function, that is the init graph, that is the initialization graph, we can say init graph. And here I am passing the address of G driver and G mode. After then you need to specify the path also of your C language, and that is in C, TC is the folder name, and BZI is also a folder in our system of C language. Okay, so this is how you can initialize the graphics and local variables in C language. Now after then I am just writing the code for the error checking. Okay, error code means it will check that if the initialization is not met, then graphics error will be displayed on the message. Okay, and press any key to halt, and then gauge function help us to get a character from the keyboard, and when it get a character, it exits. It exits means terminate with an error code. So this is the code which help us when the code is not going to be done properly. It will give you an error message if the code is not going to be done properly. And this is the way of initializing the graphics in C language. You can see here, this is a way of initializing the graphics in C language, and this is how you can generate the error code when graphics is not initialized. Okay. After then, I am doing some of the calculation for finding that so that I can use it in our circle program to draw the circle in C language. So this is mid x and mid y. So in mid x, I am assigning get max of x, and get max of x is the function in graphics which help us to maximize the coordinate of x and divided it by 2, means whatever the maximum value of coordinate of x is going to be placed here, and it is going to be divided by 2. After the calculation made, it is going to be assigned in mid x. In the similar way, this function is going to give us the maximum of y, then we are just dividing it with 2. So whatever the calculation made by it is going to be assigned in mid y. Then after then, you are seeing here we are using the function set color. Set color is also the function under the graphics.h header file. So it helps us to set the colors. Okay. So I am actually using the function get max color. So whatever the maximum color is used in the function, we can say it is the predefined function. So the maximum color range is going to be placed here, and set color is going to set that color in it. Okay. After then, I am using the circle function. You can see here. So whatever the value mid x contain is going to be placed here, and whatever the value mid y contain is going to be placed here. And this is the radius I have declared earlier here, 100. So this is our circle function, and all the variables mid x, mid y, and radius has been filled down. So it will draw a circle onto the screen. Then after that, I am cleaning all the things with the help of a gauge function, with the help of a close graph. So close graph will actually close the graph. This is the function which close the graph, and this is the initialization of the graph, and this is the how we can close the graph. And then it returns at 0 when it successfully completed, means it successfully execute the codes. After the compilation, it returns 0. Okay, so this is the program to draw a circle in C language using the graphics. So here you can see the output. Okay, so this is going to be like in C prompt. Okay, so this is the output of this whole program. Okay, so now we will move forward that how to draw a rectangle using the graphics in C language. So I hope that you have understand that how to draw and initialize the graphics in C language. So let's look at how to draw a rectangle in C language. So rectangle graphics in C language. So we are just going to draw a rectangle using the graphics in C language. So let's look at it. So here is the rectangle function, and you can see here it is the syntax. Its syntax part is the rectangle. Rectangle is a function which is a predefined function under the graphics.h header file, and here you need to give the value. 4 value you need to specify here, because the rectangle sides are 4. Sides are 4. Therefore, you need to specify here the 4 value. Okay. And here, this is the program to draw a rectangle in C language using the graphics. So first of all, we have to declare the header file. So this is the hashtag include graphics.h. This is hashtag include studiolib.h. This is hashtag include studio.h, and this is hashtag include conio.h. Studio stands for standard input output header file, and conio stands for control input output header file. And I have told you each and everything about the header file. That what is the work of graphics.h, what is the work of studiolib, what is the work of studio.h, and what is the work of conio.h. in the header file topic of C language. So you can go and watch that topic. So this is first of all we are declaring the header files, and we are declaring the graphics.h header file. So it initializes as the graphics mode that we can use each and every kind of function that is under the graphics.h header file. Okay, after the declaration of this all header file, I am using the main function for the program to draw a rectangle in C language using the help of a graphics.h header file. So this is the main function whose return type is integer actually. So it is going to return us an integer value. Okay. Then after that I am just opening the main function here, and you can see here this is the same process that I have done so far to initialize the graphics. You have to declare G drivers, variable of integer type which contain a detect in it, and a G mode and error code of also integer type. And then finally I am using A and B variable as a 4 and C and D variable as a 3. So C and D contain 3 in it and A and B contain 4 in it. So this all variable of integer data type. Okay. After then I am initializing the graphics with the help of initGraph function. So you can see this is the way to initialize the graphics in C language. You need to specify the address of G driver, the address of Z mode, and the path that I have a path in C that is in the folder TC and in the folder BZI. So BDI is going to activate. So this is how you can initialize the graphics in C language and all the local variables also. Now after then I have uses the concept to read the error code that is generated during the initialization of graphics. Okay. So if the error code is going to be generated, it means our graphics initialization has not been properly working. So this is the error code for graphics error. If there is a problem in something like initialization. Okay. So if initialization is successful, this error is not going to be displayed. Okay. If there is an error, then graphics error will be displayed because of this code. Okay. So after the initialization, I am using the graphics error code. So you can see the output. If the graphics is going to give us some error, then the graphics error message will be displayed. So this is the program to display an error of graphics. After then you can see here I am using the set color. Set color is a function under the under the graphics.h header file, because set color actually helps us to set a color, and get max color is also a function under the graphics.h header files. So it actually set the maximum colors. Set the maximum color, it means the maximum color on the basis of the frequency, on the basis of the contrast rating. Okay. So it is going to give you the maximum of the color which is based on the contrast rating. It depends on the C language. Okay. So this is a predefined function that is going to be set here. After that I am using the rectangle function. You can see here as I am using rectangle A, comma B, comma C, comma D. So this is going to draw a rectangle. Because of the help of this function we can draw the rectangle. Then after that I am cleaning up all the things here. You can see here with the help of a gauge function and close graph function. So this is going to help to close the graphics in C language. Then after the successful compilation of this program, it returns as 0. So this is how we can draw a rectangle in C language. So you can see the output here like this. This is going to be drawn in your C command. So this is a program to draw a rectangle in C language. Now we are going to learn about that how to draw ellipse in C language. So let's look at ellipse graphics in C language. So in this lecture we will learn about that how we can draw ellipse in C language with the help of a function that is known as ellipse function. So let's look at ellipse function. So here you need to specify the ellipse and you need to give the value, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 parameters are here. So you need to specify the 6 value here. value, 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 and value. Okay, so this is how you can use the concept of ellipse function. Now let's look at the program related to ellipse function and how we can draw an ellipse in C language. So let's look at. Here is that program in which I am dealing with the concept that how to draw ellipse in C language using the graphics. Okay, so this is hashtag include graphics.h, and this is hashtag include studiolib.h, and this is hashtag include studio.h, and this is hashtag include conio.h. So graphics.h is going to initialize this graphics because this is the header file that contains all the functions that is under the graphics, and we have talked about all the functions that is under the graphics header file. We have also told you about the studio lib, we have also told you about the studio.h header file and conio.h header file in the header topic, header files in C language lectures. So after the initialization, after the declaration of this all the header file, I am just going to open my main function here like this. This is the main function whose return type is integer, so it is actually going to return us an integer value. Okay. After that, I am opening the main function, and here you are seeing again that I am initializing G driver of integer data type, and I am assigning detect init. Similarly, Z mode of integer data type and error code also of integer data type. Then after that, I am initializing a variable which contain a value 10 in it, B variable which contain 20 in it, C variable which contain 30 in it, D variable which contain 40 in it, E variable which contain 50 in it, F variable which contains 60 in it. So this is the variable of integer data type. After the initialization of this all, I am going to initialize the graphics, which is very important function before, because if you not initialize the graphics, then your code is not going to be work. Therefore, you need to specify, you need to initialize the graphics and the local variables. Therefore, I am initializing the graphics here with the help of init graph function, and you can see here that I am using the %G driver and %G mode, which is actually containing the address of G driver and G mode. After then, I am assigning the path here in the double quotes of the C program. Okay. After the initialization, I am writing my error code. If there is an error in the graphics, then this message is going to be printing on, and it will terminate with an error code. If there is no problem with the initialization of graphics, then error code will not be displayed. After then, I am using the function that is set color. So this is used to set a color. Okay. This is also a predefined function which is used to get the maximum colors, and it will give you the maximum colors that is under the C. So set color is going to help you to set a color according to this get max color. Okay. After that, I am drawing the ellipse. You can see here, this is the function through which you can draw the ellipse, and this is going to help you to draw the ellipse. So this is the ellipse function. A, B, C, D, E, F is a parameter that you have seen that I am passed A equal to 10, B 20, C 30, D 40, E 50, and F 60. So with the help of ellipse function, you can draw ellipse. After that, I am using cleaning up all the things with the help of a gauge function and the close graph function here. So close graph function help us to close the graph, and then finally after the compilation of this all program, it gives and return us 0. So this is how we can draw an ellipse, and this is the output that is showing an ellipse in C language. So this was all about the program that how to draw circle, ellipse and rectangle in C language. So thanks for watching. Dhanyavad.